Hi guys, so in this video we're going to go over how you can win more jobs for your home improvement business. If at the moment you're mainly relying on word of mouth and you're looking to start doing some digital marketing and get more leads, appointments and revenue through digital marketing, the first thing you need to make sure you have in place is a solid website. If at the moment you're only selling to referrals, you are probably able to close them without showing them any past projects. With people that are coming from Facebook ads or Google ads, they are going to want to see some of your past work, and if they're Googling your business and you can't find a website, they can't find a website, it's just going to destroy all trust. So you need to make sure you have a solid website where people can contact you on that, and there's some testimonials and past projects on there as well. Second thing with the websites, make sure you have your Google My Business set up. Your Google My Business is where your business is listed on Google Maps, and it lets you collect reviews as well. The more reviews you collect, that's going to improve your SEO, which is search engine optimization. That's going to allow your website to rank higher, and you're going to get more inbound leads. So make sure after every job, you're asking them to leave a review, and it's going to lead to more leads coming to your website. So once you have your website set up, now you're ready to actually start doing running adverts on Facebook or Instagram or Google. So Facebook ads, if you want to learn more about Facebook ads, check out my last video. The two main things you really need to have in place is a solid offer and a solid creative. The creative is the image or video, but the offer is the main thing. Read $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi. Best marketing book ever. Or maybe $100 Million Leads. So Facebook ads are typically going to get you more leads, a higher lead flow at a cheaper cost per lead, but the leads are going to be worse quality because people don't have as much intent. They're scrolling through social media, and then you're sort of stopping that and putting your business in front of them when they're not really looking for it at that time. Google ads, however, people have higher intent. They're actually searching, okay, I'm looking for a kitchen renovation company in York, in Manchester. And so Google ads, you're going to get better quality leads because they have higher intent, but they're going to be more expensive leads. Your cost per lead is going to be higher. With Google ads, you're probably either going to be sending the traffic to just calls, like getting them to call you straight away, or to your website, like your contact page on your website or your landing page. You need to make sure where you're sending this traffic is super dialed, that there's an easy contact form to fill out, and there's an offer there as well. If you're just sending them to a random page on your website, people are going to get lost and you're not going to be able to convert that traffic into leads. So make sure you're sending them to a well-optimized landing page. If you want help on how to make a well-optimized landing page or website, then send me a message on Instagram. So once you have your Facebook ads or Google ads set up and you're getting leads coming through, as soon as those leads come through, you want to be calling them to qualify them and schedule them for an appointment. Speed to lead is super, super important. I'll try to get a graph to pop up on the screen that shows this, but the longer you wait to contact a lead, the less likely you are going to be able to actually get in contact with them. So you need to make sure you're calling them ASAP. To ensure this, you can set up automations so you get text notifications when you get a lead and you can just call them straight away. When calling these leads, not every single lead and person you speak to is going to be qualified and the right fit for your business. So you need to have a script where you're asking them certain questions to make sure they are actually a good fit for your business. One thing that I really recommend trying to get out of them is their budget. If they're being difficult with the budget and they're just refusing to tell you, give them a minimum price. Be like, let's say you're a bathroom renovation company, you can be like, okay, our bathroom renovations typically start from 5 or 6K, let's say, and then they're only then going to book an appointment if they have at least that to spend. Because let's say you're a bathroom renovation company, there's no point in you going around to someone's house to quote them for a job if you know their budget is like 2K and you know your bathrooms start from 7K, let's say. It's just a waste of both of your times. So when you're calling them, get their budget. If they're not giving you their budget, price qualify them by giving them like the minimum price that you can do. So once you've got the appointment scheduled, I'd highly recommend sending them a pre-appointment nurture video. So this could be a video that you send them on WhatsApp where it's a personal video where you're filming yourself, you're mentioning their name, you'll be like, hi John, super excited for your appointment on Friday at 2 o'clock where we're going to go through your bathroom renovation project. And then you can then splice in testimonials, past projects you've done, a bit about your process, what can they expect from you arriving at their house to going through the consultation, preparing the quote, and then if they actually want to go ahead with it. So make a pre-appointment nurture video. Once again, if you want to see any examples of this or you need any help, send me a DM on Instagram and I'd be happy to help. This is just going to build up so much trust before the appointment, and you can also try and pre-handle any objections. I think the two most common home improvement objections is three. Let's say I need to think about it, which means they're probably getting more quotes. It's too expensive, or let me talk to my partner. The partner one, you can pre-handle this in a nurture video by saying, look, please make sure all key decision makers are actually going to be at this consultation so it's as efficient as possible. There's no point you trying to sell to a lady and then at the end she's like, oh, I need to speak to my husband, or vice versa. Make sure they're both in the meeting so that you can close them on the spot. And other objections, let's say your bathrooms are 10k on the pricier side, you can pre-handle that objection by saying, look, we're a premium company with a premium service, and that's reflected in our quotes. And then people aren't going to be shocked when, they get a higher quote from you. Follow up as well. Okay, so if you're dealing with referrals, they are likely to it's going to be so easy to close, right? That trust and that trust is already built up. With people coming from ads, that trust isn't there. So you need to be following up with them. If you send someone a quote and they don't get back to you, then you need to be following up. You need to call them, keep calling them, and do not stop calling them until they say they're not interested. I think so many people underestimate how important follow-up is and how much follow-up you need to be doing. Literally, you're wasting money if you're not following up. Properly. My advice is to literally keep following up until they say they're not interested. Until then, you've spent money to get that lead, you've spent your time and energy to go out and see them, and then you've got to the very last step and now you're just not putting in all the effort. Make sure you're following up as much as possible, and in your follow-ups, be providing value. Be showing them, oh, we just recently did this project in your town or in your village, stuff like that, and you're going to close way more deals if you're actually following up with people properly. So I want to sort of break down the numbers of this funnel and then how you can use this number, your CAC, to reverse engineer your goals. So let's say you've got some solid ads running and you're getting a £20 cost per lead, and then you have the right automation set up, you're using the right qualifying scripts, and you're converting about 20% of those leads into booked appointments where you're actually going around to their property to give them a quote. So 20%, or 1 in 5 of 20, 100 quid per booked appointment. And then let's say your close rate is 25%. Now, if you're sat watching and you're thinking, oh, that shit, my close rate is 100%, it's probably because you're selling people, you're just selling referrals. You're not going to be able to close 100% of people from marketing, from digital marketing, and you need to have realistic expectations. You're not going to be able to close as many of them as referrals. So let's say 1 in 4. So every 4 appointments you go to, you close 1. So your CAC, your customer acquisition cost, is 400 quid. For every £400 you spend on ad spend, you're going to get 1 new customer. This is literally the most golden metric in marketing, and you can use it to reverse engineer your goals. So let's say you want to be doing 83 grand a month. There's a specific reason for that number. Times it by 12, it's $1 million. And let's say you're a bathroom renovation company and your average order value is 7k. By the way, you can plug all your numbers into this. This is just an example. 7k, so 83k a month divided by 7k is 12 sales. You need to be selling 12 bathrooms a month in order to be bringing in 83k in revenue. And then if you know you need 12 sales, and for you to acquire a customer, you need to spend £400, that's your CAC, then you just need to spend 12 times 400, 4.8k in ad spend is then going to get you your 83k. So once you know your CAC, it's really easy to reverse engineer your goals. One last thing, if you're thinking there's no way on earth I'd spend 400 quid to acquire a customer and you're only relying on referrals, you do not have a business. You have a hobby where you're hoping for work to come in and you don't know when your next job is going to come in. If you do not have a predictable acquisition system, then I don't think you're taking your business seriously if you're just relying on referrals. Also, if one day you want to sell your business, no one ever is going to buy your business if it's just relying on referrals. You need a predictable acquisition system, so get this sorted. Thanks for watching.